All right, guys, what were the top reads of 2019? You want to find out? Stay tuned. But first, the intro. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Chinocomics&More. Again, my name is Chino. This is Manny.
What's up, YouTube? Guys, don't forget to web click the subscribe button,
Hulk smash the like button.
Superman punch the notification bell.
And don't forget to share, guys.
All right, guys, so 2019 was a pretty big year for Marvel. So this video here is going to be nothing but Marvel, guys. You know who we are. You got Chino, you got me, Manny. And what we're going to talk about is nothing but the top reads for 2019. So just a quick backstory. We own a comic book shop in Houston. It's called R&R Comics. We took over ownership in February, kind of around this time.
Yeah, so we're going about almost a year now. And it's been a great experience. But at the same time, you know, it gave us the opportunity to catch up with a lot of the newer reads.
Yeah, so like if you're new to comic books, this is probably gonna be the best video for you because we're gonna give you some badass reads from 2019 that I'm pretty sure you can still pick up, whether it be comic book style or trade paperback. So you know what? Let's get right to it, guys. The #1 book for 2019 is gonna be Major X. Awesome story, great art. What do you think? Best story of the year?
Yeah, probably this is probably gonna be the sleeper and probably the #1 most epic comic book of last year.
Nah, all right, guys. Aside from the jokes, man, this was actually a pretty hot book, but it didn't make the list. So we're gonna put this one down. But you know, if you guys are looking for great art, great foot art,
yeah,
that's your book.
Yeah, that guy can draw some feet, man.
All right, guys. So we're gonna, you know, you guys may see we got some Mambas out here because you know we're big Kobe fans. So we're gonna do the top 8 reads for 2019, and we'll start with the first book that kind of like set off the big event for us. Was War of the Realms. So right off the bat, guys, highly recommend this book. It's kind of like the first big epic event, and it kind of deals a lot with Thor and that kind of perspective. But this was kind of the first book that we got into and kind of got us going on the new comic books.
Yeah, this is a book that we barely kind of acquired the store. This was like the promotional posters were coming in for this event. So, I mean, we were pretty hyped up because obviously if you guys watch the last 2 Marvel movies, Thor was killing it, man. Up until the last fight scene of Avengers Endgame where they just, I don't know, I guess he got a little overweight like Manny.
Nah, man. I've been eating a lot of cheeseburgers, man. But yeah, that was the first kind of big event for us. It was a big seller for us. I mean, we were kind of caught off guard because we were kind of worried it wasn't even going to sell. But honestly, we went heavy and we sold out. So that was always a good thing. So that's my personal copy. The next book that we're going to talk about is going to be #7 on the list. And this book here, if you're looking for action, if you're looking for just crazy storytelling, then you can't go any further than this. And this was actually a pretty fun read, man. I think you enjoyed it. I loved it. And it's going to be absolute carnage.
And you know, the funny thing is, I still need to finish this one up.
You know, we kind of, you know, we get busy, so we do kind of fall behind. But this was here. If you guys like Donny Cates, he took over the whole Carnage kind of storyline. And please do something with Dylan because it's getting kind of old, man. But aside from that, you know, this was really fun. Carnage is always a lunatic. I've always been a big fan of Carnage. I think he's, you know, again, we just had a video recently. We talked about that's a, you know, a character you should be trying to pick up. So again, this was a pretty fun story, guys. And if you can't find this in your comic book shop, I'm pretty sure it's like 2nd and 3rd prints. If not, even the trade paperback would kind of be a good read for you.
The thing that I like about this one is that obviously I like the big events where everyone gets involved, but I really enjoyed a lot of the side stories with this one as well. So this was one that if you start picking up the Miles Morales and all those other ones that were kind of attached to it, I think Deadpool. The Deadpool
made an appearance. I mean, basically, Carnage was out to get anybody that ever had any contact with him or kind of like had any part of the symbiote with him. So you know, he was out for revenge. So you know, you have Wolverine, you have Captain America, you have Spider-Man. I mean, you have everybody in this one. So this was just pretty much like a heavy metal concert in a book. That's what it was, really.
Yeah. So it was a great. Where I left off, I think I have like 2 more to just finish it off. But where I left off, man, it was pretty damn exciting.
The last issue is pretty damn good. So the next book we have is going to be #6 on the list. Is going to be Silver Surfer Black. Again, by Donny Cates. This one here kind of caught people off guard because the art was kind of funky at first for a lot of people, but once you got past the art and you read the story, I mean, this was a pretty interesting little read. Aside from that, man, you know, you have Galactus making an appearance, you have Eagle the Planet making an appearance, and then you just have Silver Surfer. I'm a big fan of Silver Surfer. I've always loved that character, so this was an awesome read.
And a big bad villain, man, which is gonna be making hopefully an appearance in the Marvel universe. I think, you know, they created another banger of a character villain, and I mean, he went toe to toe with this guy, man.
Yeah. So, and then not only that, No made an appearance here too, guys, and that'll kind of lead to another book that we're going to talk about in a few minutes. But you know, we'll get to it in a few. But again, Silver Surfer Black. Again, it's probably a book that you can find still at shelves, maybe third prints, fourth prints, whatever it may be. But I highly recommend you pick this one up because it's a fun read, man.
So the original first print of the black cover, where you see Silver Surfer in there, kind of, I guess, turning his hand is black.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, converting into a blackness.
That one was, for some weird reason, man, they're specking on that one, and we had someone buy a whole bunch of copies from our shop.
We went heavy on it, and we like towards the end we had about 15 copies, and they sold out. Somebody picked up all 15. I'm not sure what it was, but you know, somebody picked it up.
They just like Silver Surfer.
Yeah. So the next book we have, guys, is gonna be number 5 on our list, and I know technically this didn't release in 2019, but this is when I got on this one here, and it's gonna be Venom. This Venom run is awesome, again by Donny Cates. You know, this one here has a lot of first appearances. That's the first appearance of No. Not this issue itself. Issue number 3 is gonna be the first appearance of No, I believe. But not only that, Dylan, his son, makes an appearance in this. So probably ruined it for you guys. That's probably a spoiler, but Dylan is becoming a big player in the Marvel universe so far, or in the comics at least. There's a lot of speculation with him, but Venom has been an awesome read. Again, Donny Cates. I don't know if it's a theme, but he's been delivering, man. He's been kicking ass.
Yeah, he was probably one of the better writers for Marvel last year. I mean, there were some other good ones too, but I think he was on multiple kind of like.
Yeah, he was working overtime. I don't even know how the hell, if he even sleeps, man, because he delivered Guardians of the Galaxy. He's been doing Venom, Absolute Carnage, man.
Silver Black.
Yeah, I mean, that dude, he's working his ass off. Now, the next book we have on our list is going to be number 4 on the list, and it's going to be Daredevil number 1, or Daredevil, the new run. Again, I want to say maybe this one did come out in 2019. I'm not too sure, but this is something I picked up in 2019, and this is probably one of the better reads, honestly. I mean, this has been a freaking awesome read.
It was almost as good as the show.
Yeah, this has been fun, man. So again, if you're looking kind of like more, you know, like you know, he's not a super powered character, kind of a guy that uses kind of, you know, his 6 senses, but they're, you know, he's more human to a certain degree.
Yeah. He's blind, you know, so like Manny's grades, you know, they're not accurate.
Yeah. So aside from that, man, this has been a fun read, man. Again, Daredevil, I highly recommend you pick it up if you can, if you find it. If not, pick up the trade paperback. And again, this book got hot for a minute. I believe it was issue number 2. So these books that we're talking about, guys, they're just books that either are great reads, or you know, they even had a little bit of fire for a good minute.
And this red, man, they go good with these marbles right here. Look at that.
Yeah, man. Again, so you know, we're doing 8 of the top reads. And again, if you guys don't know, you know, Kobe Bryant, you know, he wore number 8, and you know, we've seen him since we were young. So you know,
we're still
big
young,
fans.
Man.
He's about 50, but still. The next book's gonna be number 3 on the list, and this one here really caught us off guard. And honestly, we had to go back and backtrack and try to buy the first print of the issues of this storyline. And again, you know, let me just name it, guys. It's gonna be Immortal Hulk. This one here has been damn great. I think the first 25 issues were probably like nonstop, kind of suspenseful, kind of scary to a certain degree, and this kind of put the Hulk in a whole different perspective. This has been probably one of the better reads of Hulk in general. So if you're looking for a good storyline with Hulk, here you go, guys. Immortal Hulk. And again, this book this one kind of became low print for a hot minute. So a lot of the first few issues,
the first 10, 12.
Yeah, there was some with low print, and like between those 1 through 12 issues, there's first appearances, and for sure issue number 2 is a hot book. So again, Immortal Hulk is a book that I highly recommend you read. If not, pick up the trade paperback. But if you're looking for some good reads, this is a really good starter pack, because 2020 is looking like it's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah, and if you're barely getting into like the new comic books, this is a perfect video for you guys, man, because you know, we're Silver Age collectors. So I mean, we weren't collecting the newer stuff. So as acquiring the store, again, we acquired the store. Well, we're missing out on a lot of good reads.
Yeah, man, and it's been cool to kind of go back and just start reading books again. You know, that's really what we got into the hobby in the beginning, was just reading the books and enjoying the art. You know, when you start collecting the Silver Age, you kind of, you know, you really don't want to be reading those books. I mean, you can, but you want to kind of preserve them and stuff like that. With these modern books, man, it's brought back our youth. This guy hasn't seen his youth in probably 45 years, but you know, he felt like he was like 10 years old for a good minute. So
I'm like Benjamin Button, man. I'm like reverse, getting younger, man. This guy, look at him, man.
He uses Botox. All right, guys. So the next book we have, and this really we had to split it between two, because this kind of goes together, and this was great for us because, you know, there's no hiding it. We're big X-Men fan, and it kind of hurt me that I didn't put a Spider-Man book in here. But an honorable mention, you know, before we get to these two books, I will say the Spider-Man The Life Story was a damn good book, man. So that's probably another one that you guys should probably look into.
But we just wanted to do 8 just to kind of like go with the Kobe theme, man.
Yeah, and aside from that, man, you know, we want to pick the 8 books that we really enjoyed. So without further ado, this is gonna be probably one of the best reads that came out, and this is gonna be Powers of 10, and we split it into, because this kind of goes in line with the first book, the one that's number 1 on our list. But Powers of 10, honestly, I enjoyed reading House of X more than Powers of 10, but you have to kind of read them together. And this is by Jonathan Hickman. So if you guys know Jonathan Hickman, I mean, his dialogue is crazy to begin with. You have to reread these books at least 2 or 3 times so it can kind of make sense. And I mean, he had to read probably like 20 times.
He's kind of like if you got a favorite rapper, man, like Eminem.
Yeah,
you know?
You kind of have to decipher and reread, and you got to read between the lines.
Go on YouTube and have someone kind of decipher it for you, man.
Yeah, and so Powers of 10 was pretty cool. This kind of deals with the future of the X-Men, kind of like in
This is a relaunch.
Yeah, this was a relaunch, and it's kind of went, you know, year 10, year 100, and so on. But there were some major changes in this storyline, and it kind of led to the new storyline of X-Men. So Powers of 10 was a damn good read, but honestly, my number 1 pick, and probably your number 1 pick, was going to be House of X. And again, it's by Jonathan Hickman. These two go together, and there's a reading pattern. If you flip through the pages, you figure out how to read the story. But House of X was so damn fun. I really like what they did with this, and then they made some changes to some current characters that are now, you know, somewhat OP, you could say.
Yeah, and apart from that, it also brought a little bit of value to some older books.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we'll talk about them real quick. Is the first appearance of Moral Tiger.
Yeah, that book.
Nimrod.
But you know what? Issue number 2 of House of X, dealing with Moira Taggart, that book got so damn hot, especially the connecting variants or the connecting covers. So yeah, the older books got hot. Nimrod got hot. Sinister got hot for a good minute. And you know what, guys? X-Men, you know, it's pretty affordable. There's some affordable first appearances in X-Men. So you know, this kind of brought some spotlight back to X-Men, which is it's not a bad thing, but it kind of sucks if you're trying to pick up the run, because some of those books got somewhat pricey. But you know what? We wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't recommend you know, any of these books. And you know, House of X, Powers of 10, they go together, but we had to break them down.
Yeah, and this is leading into new storylines. Once you're done with this, you know, if you're a big fan, you're reading the newer stuff, which is pretty damn good too.
Fallen Angels, Excalibur, New Mutants, the new X-Men, the Marauders and stuff like that.
Or Marauders or Marauders or Muertos or whatever.
However you say it, man. And you know what? So you know, with that, guys, again, this is our top 8 reads of the year. We had a few honorable mentions, and again, you know, Major X played a big part last year. It got hot, whether you want to admit it or not. It did get hot, man. And so we had to bring it up, and there was a first appearance there and stuff like that. But with that, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video, man.
That's it, man. We're just gonna show you guys a close up of the Mamba Killers here, and that's it. We're done.
He's all happy because he finally got some good basketball shoes, man.
Nah, man. I stopped collecting shoes, but man, I think we're gonna change it up a little bit, man. We're gonna have a little bit more of a different theme this year, man. So
yeah, so expect a lot more videos, guys. This is gonna be one of the videos that we're dropping. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. With that, guys, Chino, Manny, we're out.